The mental dude, the Mindfuel Guy, AJ Zeglin, joining us.
What's up, AJ?
We're gonna kick some procrastination where it hurts, out of bed and into action. It's true. Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Who wrote this shit, man? It's awesome. I love it. It's just freaking awesome, man. That's why I was giggling this morning. I looked at my words. I'm like, I love this, man. This is a good job. Zeglin, how are you, brother? You can tell there's some energy here because we can't procrastinate because I'm talking about procrastination today.
Right. No, yeah, I could feel the energy, man.
So,
Let's go, baby.
Let's get right into it. So the morning's technology along the way invented what they called was the snooze button. And typically they programmed it for 9 minutes. AJ, why is it so damn easy to procrastinate first thing in the morning? AJ Zeglen, psychotherapist, mental therapist, Mindfuel Guy, the guy who helps men achieve their greatest goals starting with their mind. Why does it happen, AJ?
It's so easy to hit that snooze button because we're not moving yet. The action is physical action activity is what keeps us moving. So the hardest part is during the day when we're just coming out of sleep. So number one tip I always give people, as soon as that alarm goes off, challenge yourself to get your feet on the floor as fast as possible.
Do you know what John
AJ, my tip, one of my first tips I brought to this show was put your phone in another room. So you got to travel to go get it. Because just like you said, that movement is going to help that momentum. It's going to give that feeling of, do I really want to get my sorry ass back in that bed? You got enough time to battle that silver tongue that lives in your head that's trying to tell you to get back in bed. So I love that, brother. That's good shit.
But AJ, you'd have to have a reason. And what have to have a reason. I guess what I'm saying to you is that I'm cozy in bed. I'm comfortable in bed. I'll just get up and just start my day. What I'm thinking to myself is that somewhere in a man's journey, the light has to be on its way to coming on or on its way to wanting to be on to wake up and recognize that I got to get out of bed and get moving. Because we can tell everybody this is what you got to do. But it's like saying, stop eating shitty food if you want to feel better about yourself. Like somewhere in somebody's journey, AJ, there has to be their own purpose. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I totally know what you're trying to say. And yeah, I think if you speak to a lot of men, feel that they're at their best when they have purpose and when they feel useful. Right.
Yes.
If we don't feel that we're useful to ourselves or to anyone else, or that we're making any sort of significant contribution to our life or the lives of other people, and we have no purpose, then yeah, that motivation to get started every day could be low, right? So we want to have an idea of the type of person we want to be. We want to have an idea of how we can contribute in what we feel is a meaningful way. And then again, right when we wake up, get your feet on the floor as fast as possible and then start fulfilling that purpose.
It's interesting because we had a segment last week with a fellow who lived a long time, longevity. And one of the first things he does is get out of bed and gets on his rebounder. And it's funny because Johnny, it's one of the first things that Johnny does. Johnny's at his second home right now. He doesn't have a rebounder, but John gets out of bed and jumps on his rebounder for 5 minutes.
That's a trampoline for anyone who doesn't know what a rebounder is. I never heard it called that. So I know somebody else never heard it called that.
Yeah. And even when you're just like bouncing up and down on the floor, it's still good for your lymph system because the lymph system is like it's like a hose with a bunch of one-way valves, and whatever you want to call that bouncing effect just keeps pushing that fluid through the lymph system, which is really healthy for us. And so when you do that daily, it's a really big part of health.
Yeah. Hey, Marty.
I was going to say push-ups give that similar effect too. I'll wake up in the morning, I'll do push-ups, and that gets me going too, gets me in a good mind state as well.
Yeah. I've always thought of waking up first thing in the morning doing stretching more so than doing a push-up or doing bouncing. I got to be honest, gentlemen, I've never thought about what that does to my nervous system. Me more so that I want to go do a stretch or touch my toes. I've never really gotten into an aggressive habit like bouncing or push-ups, and maybe it's something I need to try, frankly.
Brother, I put it all together. So basically what I do is I'll start off I'll either bounce 30 or 50 times if I'm basically on a hard floor. Yeah. Then I'm going to basically go into a thoracic twist. Then I'm going to go into basically like a deep squat to open up my hips. Then I'm going to bounce down and hit a burpee, a couple of push-ups, explode, pop back to my feet. So I get it all in one.
Yeah. And keep in mind, Nation, Anderson does this all naked. And then he puts his shorts on for the show. So
actually, you know what? I just wear my underpants because if my shit is jumping around, it hurts. I'm just being honest, Marty. That's one of the best ones. That's the best Marty look right there. You can't even come up yet. Look at that.
I know.
See, Marty's got the head back and the head forward. We just discovered the head forward is the big one.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That one was crazy.
So I'm just looking at the time here. AJ, I know you've trained a lot of awesome dudes. You've been a bodybuilder yourself. You've worked with a lot of athletes. Have you worked with guys on deep cheeks before, AJ?
On deep cheeks?
Yeah.
It's an inside joke. You got to tell them what deep cheeks are, Keith. You sit there going, what?
But AJ's bodybuilder guy. AJ's been lifting weights his whole life. AJ's been lifting weights not as long as you, Johnny, but AJ's been around the gym for a while. So I'm just curious if AJ's been around this idea of deep cheeks.
He's probably got a set and he doesn't know it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking, you know what, AJ, you do. And that would be credit to some of the work you've done. Johnny, you want to talk a little bit about
I'm curious now. I gotta know.
So basically, we had this segment on what was it called, Keith? Where basically you fart and you slightly shit your pants. What's it called?
Sharting.
My mom used to call it a flotch. That's what I was told as a kid. You flotched your pants again, is what she would say. So basically, when you do enough lunges and enough squats, you get deep. When you shart, you basically, their deep cheeks will save your underwear. That's what the deep cheeks are for. So you actually save money on Tide. All those people out there that I'm really having trouble paying for my lifestyle, do more lunges, then you can buy less laundry detergent.
I've known AJ long enough that I wanted to get that reaction from AJ.
Oh, man.
But realistically, let's being real. There's been a few times when I've been out in public when I've had a really good fucking shart. I let this fart go and I'm like, God damn it. If that doesn't cool off here in about 3 seconds, I know I left something behind. And then I got to go in some fucking restaurant bathroom. And the first thing I do is pull my pants down and see if my pants are okay. If my underwear are okay, I'm in the go. I now just got to do is clean myself up. So you see how valuable these deep cheeks can be, especially if you're on a fucking hot date. What are you going to do? Later in the night, we're getting down and you pull off a pair of underwear and got a big shit stain on them? That doesn't work. Deep cheeks will save you in so many different ways.
I'm telling you, man. That's what you learn with this show. You learn about deep cheeks, AJ.
So everybody get to lunging.
That's it. And we got James coming in with a comment here. I'm sure James is thinking about our conversation with deep cheeks right now. Purpose fuels passion, perhaps not the other way around. Movement, rebounder, not heard that either. AJ, pivoting our conversation back to, you've trained a lot of athletes. You've trained a lot of interesting people. I've seen the guys you've trained. What's the most extreme thing you've seen someone do to beat procrastination? Something so weird you were either, dude, that's either fucking genius or that's crazy. Can you think
sometimes they're the same. Sometimes genius and crazy are the same thing. This is a great question, man.
Yeah.
With all that, I can't wait to hear this, AJ. Yeah, let's have it.
Yeah, man, it is a great question. I wish I had a super exciting answer. I'm trying to think of one that might be really weird off the top of my head. I can honestly say I can't think of anything that. Okay, let me start that again. For working in the field of professional athletes and stuff, I haven't seen anything that's weird outside of that context. Some people from the general public might look at some of the commitment level of some of these guys and think that this seems weird, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's all relative. But no, the guys that I work with, I can't think of anything really weird, but they all just build some form of structure in their own way.
Yeah.
So that structure exists even when they're not feeling like doing it, they're not motivated, or they're tired. The structure's already in place. So then it exists to make sure that you go through it and you follow through with your non-negotiables, even if your energy is high or low, or you're motivated or not motivated, right?
Yes.
So guys will have their own form of structure. I can't think of any super weird ones. There's some stuff riding the bike in the sauna and like stuff like that guys would do that really felt like helped lock them in. Some old school guys, but again, in the context of the sport that I worked in, no one really batted an eye on that idea, right? They were just like, oh yeah, he's riding the bike in the sauna again, or he's doing this or that. But there's people out there that probably think that's out there.
There you go. So AJ, one last thing before we say goodbye. Give Nation in a minute or less, what's one simple thing they can do before bed tonight that's not going to screw themselves up for tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I would say try to stay away from your phone for at least an hour before you go to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Good stuff, baby. Good stuff.
AJ Zeglin joining us here for Mindfuel every single Tuesday and Thursday, giving you something to think about that starts in the mind. That's where it starts. That's how you get yourself sorted out, get yourself out of bed, get that procrastination away. And as you see, you're battling yourself in the head, right? And as AJ said, get yourself moving. So get out of bed, get yourself moving before you go to bed tonight. Put your phone aside. I got to debate that though, Wade. Not right now, but I like being on my phone before bed. That's just my preference. And that works for me.
I will say, so if you can, the most important thing, if we want to expand on that real quick, is just that you make a routine. Our bodies respond to routines, right? So if we have a routine that's 100% consistent from night to night, our body knows as soon as we enter this routine, we're getting ready to shut down, to go to bed, to relax, right? So is it impossible that your phone is part of that? No, it's not. But I would say for a general thing, most people aren't using it as part of a routine to shut down. They're not reading something that's interesting. They're not listening to an interesting podcast. They're scrolling through social media, consuming a bunch of negative stuff, or going to bed thinking, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? Or can you use it in a practical way? Probably, yeah. But I feel most people generally don't.
I have this is a whole other discussion for another day, because I think Marty and I probably very much see the same thing. I love my screen. Yeah. So I think that there's a ways to enable it to empower you, not necessarily to inhibit you. And I guess that's just part of the
Well, now they have the glasses you can wear, so it doesn't actually fuck up your eyes, which makes it easier to fall asleep. I can't remember, it's like a blue light glasses or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know that's because that stimulation to the eyeball, that type of light is not actually conducive to falling asleep. So if you say, hey, this is part of my routine, I put these glasses on when I do my phone before I go to bed, that will help as well.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I don't want to keep this going for too long. I feel like we could go on for a long time about this, but yeah.
Yes. Maybe we'll have somebody on to talk about blue light glasses one day, because is it real, or is that just another industry that's coming out of the woodwork with the blue light glass industry?
Good point, brother. Good fucking point. I don't have a pair of those motherfuckers. I just put my phone down at 7 o'clock.
There you go. Keep it. I think, Age, have a great day, brother. Thanks for coming in today.
Appreciate you, AJ.
I got leg day today, so I'm gonna go save my underwear one rep at a time, man.
There we go.
Yeah, baby. Get those deep cheeks, baby. Right on, AJ.
Thanks,
all right, AJ Zeglin joining us here every single Tuesday and Thursday for Mindfuel, talking the mental finesse of a business athlete.